So hello there and welcome back to the channel. This is Mel's Gaming here with another The Hunter Call of the Wild video. Now this video is going to be a selection of highlight clips from the past few days, and we're starting off here on Tundra coast where, as you will have just seen, I just managed to take down a level 3 CAPERCAILLIE. Now I'm still constantly looking for rares for these guys. I would really love to find a pale male CAPERCAILLIE, as that is one of the rares, and I would also like to find one more Leucistic hen so I can have a triple Leucistic multi-mount in my trophy lodge. I really would love to find those, so I'm always looking to try and find more CAPERCAILLIE, and I end up sometimes stumbling into the diamonds. Now, I would absolutely love to get a super rare CAPERCAILLIE. That would be absolutely a dream animal for me, but it's always exciting seeing a level 3 regardless of the plumage type for me. I love these birds. I think they're so fantastic. Now, moving on to the next clip, and we are still on Tundra coast, but this time we have a 9 legendary lynx in front of us. Now, this one was actually a little bit interesting, as I was actually set up at a lake hunting for geese when I spotted this lynx. I thought I'd seen a possible rare tundra bean goose, so I put up some decoys and I was sat at that lake waiting for it to come back. The time got changed to the morning. In came some lynx, and amongst them was this 9 legendary. Now, you may notice that this one is a little bit special though, as that is a max weight there at 45 kg, and that is actually, as far as I know, max score. Now, 28.98 is a little bit weird for a max score, but after speaking to someone who basically always hunts lynx, known as Cashnip Belief in the Discords, that does appear to be max score for lynx. It's a little bit weird. Lynx and bobcat have a very weird max score. So as soon as I saw 28.98, I was like, I think that is actually max score. So yeah, that was really, really surprising. The goose that I thought was a rare turned out not to be a rare, but just by being sat at that lake at the right time, I ended up getting a max weight, max score diamond lynx. So incredibly happy with that. I've never had any really big diamond lynx, so that was pretty awesome. Now, moving straight on to the next clip, and you'll see once again we have another 9 legendary lynx. I have had some really good luck with the lynx in the past few days, and we're going to pick this one up, and this one I didn't think was going to be as big, just purely because it wasn't fleeing as much, and yeah, this one is a very small diamond at 27.87, just barely makes diamond, and like I said, the bigger one, the max weight, max score, it just kept fleeing forever and ever and ever after I spooked it initially. So when this one wasn't fleeing for that long, I did suspect it was probably going to be smaller, maybe even a troll, so I wasn't surprised picking that up and seeing that it was smaller, but still another diamond lynx, super happy with that. Now, as you will see here, I just picked up the track for a piebald female lynx. Now, when I picked up the piebald track, I wasn't thinking lynx in that area, I was thinking moose or whitetail, so picking it up and seeing lynx was actually a really nice surprise. Piebald lynx are pretty darn cool. They're very hard to actually spot unless you know what you're looking for, and this is the piebald here in front of us, this beautiful female. And this is perfect, as I wanted a female for a multi-mount, and I managed to drop her there with a heart shot from the 243 handgun. Now, you can see sort of here on the shoulder region, this is the most noticeable piebald sort of aspect of the piebald lynx, is this really bright white patch of fur that goes across the shoulder. And like I said, it's very subtle, like the piebald markings on a lynx, and if you're not looking for it or you've never seen one before, it definitely can be hard to notice. The first one I ever shot on Medved, I had no idea was actually a piebald until I picked it up, and it's only since learning a bit more about lynx and how to identify that piebald that you can actually sort of get to notice that piebald marking there right across the shoulders. Really beautiful looking rare, and a very cool one. You don't see a whole lot of rare lynx turning up, you don't see a lot of albinos, piebalds or mellas posted for these guys, so getting a piebald female, I was pretty happy about that, and I was really happy about the heart shot that I managed to make that as well. Not a shot that I would often get on a lynx, so yeah, super happy about that. Now, still on Tundra coast and sticking with the theme of rares, I was pretty confident as soon as I spotted this brown bear that there was something a little bit different. Now, I hadn't seen one of these since they got their new models. It is actually a melanistic. Now, melanistics used to be quite common. They were still classed as a rare, but I used to see them all the time over on Medved before they got the model changes. Since they got the model changes, I hadn't seen a single one, and they seem to be a lot rarer now than they ever used to be. And my gosh, they look so pretty now. That is just absolutely stunning. All of the detail in the fur. Oh, it's just beautiful. I was so excited when I actually found this because I really wanted to see what they look like with the new models and in the new harvest screen as well. That is just so gorgeous. Compared to how they used to look, that is amazing. So happy I managed to find this. Now, I would love to find an albino with the new models. I do have the albino that I actually shot when they had the old models, and of course now in the lodge that has the new model, but I would love to actually see one out and about on the map, if that makes sense. It's always cooler to see a rare with the new models actually alive, I think, rather than just when it's been changed in the trophy lodge. So I'd really love to see that. But yeah, the melanistics, I didn't have one of these taxed because, like I said, they used to be a little bit more common than they are now. They're definitely a lot rarer now than they used to be. So that was my first time seeing one, and that was pretty awesome. Now, sticking with rares on new models, we have a Leucistic Mallard male here. Now, this was really cool because as soon as I saw it coming in and I spotted it and it was a Drake Mallard, I thought, oh, that looks different, and sure enough, when it landed, it's actually a Leucistic. Now, Leucistic for the Mallards has always been like a proper rare. It's more rare than any of the other plumage types, but now they seem to be even more rare, and yeah, just how cool does that look? That is such an improvement over the old models. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, this was actually in my single player where I've been grinding for some rare ducks and geese, and I have been shooting mallards hoping for a leucistic and a melanistic. Again, melanistic mallards didn't used to be very rare at all, but now you just don't see them very often, so I would actually like to get one with the new models and be able to put it in my trophy lodge as a proper rare. And yeah, this was going straight to the trophy lodge. Absolutely gorgeous, and it's definitely going to fit in nicely with all the rare ducks that I'm starting to accumulate in my second trophy lodge. Just a really stunning model. I think the model rework for the mallards was incredibly well done, so I was super happy to actually get that. Now, moving on, and I have a couple of clips of some rare ptarmigan. Now, starting off here, we have a level 2 white male rock ptarmigan, and I was actually pretty excited to get this because I have a female white rock ptarmigan in the trophy lodge already, and I was pretty confident that there was going to be some differences, the same as between the male and female white willow ptarmigan that I have, and sure enough, there is some pretty noticeable differences in how these actually look. This seems to be a little bit brighter in sort of the plumage to me, and of course having the red eyebrows, which the females don't have, that's an obvious difference. Just a stunning looking bird. I always find it unusual that these are actually like a rare in-game, because obviously it is just a stage of plumage for them. So it's just interesting to me that it is actually a rare in-game. And talking about another sort of stage of plumage that is actually a rare in-game, this is a very rare animal to find. A red willow ptarmigan. Now, I had only seen a couple of pictures of these posted. This is actually a very rare thing to find. So when I picked up that disturbed veg, I was very, very excited. Now, like I said, in real life, this is just what you would see. This is the summer plumage versus the white colour being the winter plumage. So it's interesting that these are rares in game, and my theory for that, you know, them actually being rares in the game, is purely because of the time that the map is set. It would be unusual to see one that hasn't sort of begun its transition into winter plumage, and vice versa, it would be unusual to see one that is completely in winter plumage. They should be in that molting stage, sort of halfway between the two. So I guess that's why it's rare. It's to do with the actual timing that they actually have this plumage, if that makes sense. And I'm happy for this to be a rare because my gosh, how beautiful is this? this would be one of the coolest super rares I think that you could get off of Revontuli. A red diamond willow ptarmigan would be amazing. Just look at how gorgeous this bird is. All of the details in those feathers is just absolutely stunning. Like I said, I'd only seen a couple of pictures of these posted, and when I picked up the disturbed veg and it said red, I actually completely forgot that red was a rare for these. And so I was thinking, what's going to have a red fur type or plumage type? And then picking it up and seeing it was a willow ptarmigan, I was so excited. So happy I actually managed to find this. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous looking bird. I love the white feathers on the underbelly. I think that looks so beautiful. The ptarmigan, honestly, are such gorgeous models in general. And having the couple of rare plumage types, I think, is pretty awesome. Just a gorgeous bird. Now, sticking with rare plumage types on Revontuli, and again, this was a weird situation. I thought that I may have seen a rare female WIGEON on one of the opposite sides of this lake to where I was. I thought it might have actually been a dark female. Now, I set up all the decoys because unfortunately when I tried to get close to it, it spooked. And yeah, the thing that I thought was a rare wasn't actually a rare, but I then had a Leucistic come in, so I ended up getting a rare anyway. So kind of like the situation with the thinking I might have seen a rare Tundra bean goose and then getting a diamond lynx. Not the trophy I was expecting in any way, shape or form, but I'm really not going to complain with a rare this beautiful. I would love to get some rare male Eurasian WIGEON, because the female Leucistics look absolutely stunning, and from what I've seen, the couple of pictures I've seen of rare male Eurasian WIGEON, they look incredible. There's just some really awesome varieties for the rares, for the various waterfowl species on Revontuli Coast, and for a lot of them, I've only seen maybe 1 or 2 ever posted, so I'm definitely going to be trying to go for some more of these because, yeah, they just look incredible. The waterfowl are so well done on this map, and the rares just are absolutely stunning. I mean, even for a female rare, this is absolutely stunning, absolutely gorgeous, so of course going straight to the trophy lodge. Now, this was a very interesting situation. This was actually the specific bird that I posted a little bit of a teaser picture of on my community feed. Now, I was in single player grinding for rare geese, and I decided to go and visit my Tundra bean goose setup and see if I could get lucky and get any Leucistics, and sure enough, I spotted this as it was coming in and I thought it looked a bit different. When I saw it on the water, I thought that just doesn't look like a normal grey. It's definitely not a brown, and it doesn't look like the grey plumage type either, and it's a Leucistic male Tundra bean goose. Now, once again, this is a rare that I haven't seen a lot posted, so when I actually saw it, I had never actually seen this specific variety of the Leucistics. I'd seen the one that's more of a brownish colour. I had not seen this, so I had no idea what I was actually looking at. I just knew it was something different. And my gosh, what a beautiful, beautiful bird. I was so incredibly stoked to actually get this. Now, I am also grinding for Leucistic and hybrid greylag geese, so I'd really hope that maybe I can get some of them eventually too, and also maybe the other Leucistic for the Tundra bean geese. But I am so happy with that, and I'm very, very excited to actually be able to put that in my trophy lodge. Now, for the last couple of clips, we're moving over to Vahonga Savannah, purely by accident, as this morning, as I was looking to get maybe 1 or 2 more clips for this video, I thought that I had my search settings for multiplayer on Revontuli Coast worldwide. Turned out that I just had it on worldwide for any map, saw a session that was a 2-player session, only had 1 person in it, in the early morning, went in there, the original host left, and I ended up getting host of the server as there was only 2 of us in there. I changed the time, went to go and hunt Cape Buffalo, and ended up shooting this giant bighorns Cape Buffalo bull. Now, that first shot, I was not sure what went wrong. I felt like that was a pretty good shot, and the tension that I felt seeing this beast running away wounded rather than actually going down, it's just indescribable. I hate seeing a diamond run off wounded, and there's no question that this guy was going to be a diamond, being the bigger horns, and he is, and he's a big one at 161.22. Now, taking a look at the placement of that first shot, pretty sure that that should have been okay. Just in behind the leg there. Now, we all know the 300 doesn't have the best penetration, but even still, I thought that that would be okay. Now, taking a look at the second shot, and you can see much better penetration, going through the lung there into the stomach, and I got a little bit twisted around there in the actual x-ray view, but yeah, considering the first shot was actually closer a little bit by a couple meters, and it didn't get anywhere near this much penetration, I'm just going to put the first shot completely down to the pen bug, because as far as I can tell, there's nothing wrong with that shot. If it hit the bone, maybe, but I don't see anything wrong with it. And considering the second shot got through to the lung and stomach there, and it was a little bit further away, I don't see why that first shot just didn't penetrate. So, a little bit of tension and a little bit unfortunate on the first shot, but I'm really happy that I actually managed to save that diamond with the second shot. Now, for the last clip of this video, this was something I was not expecting to find today. I was hunting wildebeest, as I said when I first joined this multiplayer session. It was in the early morning, so I decided to go and look for wildebeest, and I thought I saw a gold moving in amongst the herd, and I spotted it, and it was actually a female, and I knew automatically that that then must be a crowned female wildebeest, as the female wildebeest do not come in that gold variety. So if you see any kind of gold on a female wildebeest, it has to be a crowned. Now, crowned wildebeest are a pretty darn rare thing to find, even though I've seen more of them posted since the wildebeest time got changed to drinking in the early morning, just because I think they're easier to see, more people are actually finding them, but they are still a pretty darn rare thing, and they are one of my favourite rares in the entire game, just because they are so beautiful. Look at the colours on that. Just gorgeous. That sort of dark, almost black colour body, contrasting with the gold mane, tail and face. It really is stunning. Now, you will have seen that I actually shot this with the 243 handgun, purely because it was the only thing I had on me at the time that was ethical, and I thought it would be interesting to see how well it would do on a wildebeest. And I wasn't sure if it actually got through to vitals, because it took a little while to go down, but when I saw the health dropping, I knew it must have got through to single lung. Now, it took a minute there, because the host actually left just as I was trying to claim this, and it took a minute before I could actually claim it, and I was panicking, honestly. I really didn't want to lose out on a crowned female wildebeest, because they, like I said, they're one of my favourite rares in the entire game. Just look at how beautiful this is. So when it actually finally let me claim it, it was a huge sigh of relief moment. What a beautiful animal. And this is my first time seeing one in the new harvest screen. They just look so, so good. That is so beautiful. What a stunning, stunning animal. I feel like I say that a lot, but I love finding rares in Call of the Wild or any hunting game I'm playing. I just think rares are so cool to find. Just seeing something that is so different from normal, I just find that really exciting, and especially with the rares, a lot of them are just absolutely so incredibly beautiful, and I just absolutely love finding them. So this was definitely a real exciting moment for me this morning when I actually found this and got to include it in today's video. But that is going to be it for this video, so I really hope you have enjoyed watching it, and once again, just a huge, huge thank you for watching and for all of your support as always. It really does mean the world. Sorry that there hasn't been so much Call of the Wild content recently, but with Halloween, you know, it's just been happening. I have had so many events on so many different games to go through and try and complete for Halloween stuff, so unfortunately with Call of the Wild not having a Halloween event, it was put on the back burner just for a couple of weeks, but hopefully now I should be making more regular content on this once again. Like I said, I've got a couple of grinds that I'm wanting to do, especially for things like the hybrid grey lag goose and the leucistic grey lag goose, and I'm also maybe considering doing either another whitetail great one grind or a black bear great one grind, just because I would still love to find the one rack I don't have for great one whitetail, and of course for the black bear there is so many of the fur types I don't have. There is 5 more that I don't have, so I would love to get at least 1 or 2 more of those. So yeah, definitely a couple of things that I'm looking to do in the future. Let me know down in the comments if you would be interested to see a whitetail or black bear great one grind, and yeah, I'll be definitely interested to hear what you all think of that. But that is going to be it for this video, so thank you so much for watching and for all your support as always, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.